Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What we're seeing right now is nothing short of a potential game changer. The Green Bay Packers, sitting at 3-1 after a fairly solid start to the season, are making moves that could elevate their offensive line, and consequently, their entire team's prospects moving forward. And believe me, this isn't just a rumor or some sort of off-season speculation. This is a real, tangible shift that could reshape the NFC North and give the Packers a serious edge, especially heading into the critical stretch of the season and into the playoffs. The focus here is on a player that's been making waves in NFL circles lately, Garrett Bowles from the Denver Broncos. Yes, Bowles. And the Packers are eyeing him with a serious interest, aiming to bring him in with a third-round pick in the 2026 draft. That's a significant move, especially considering Bowles' experience, his Pro Bowl nod for 2024, and his ranking as one of the top 40 offensive tackles according to PFF for 2025. Why is this such a big deal? Because Bowles is widely regarded as one of the best blindside protectors in the league right now. His career stats speak volumes: 92 starts and 88. 4 PFF grade for pass blocking, and a reputation for allowing very few pressures, only 185 in his career and just 22 sacks. For a player with his experience, that's remarkably low. And let's not forget that Bowles is 65, athletic, and has shown he can be a stabilizing force on the offensive line. His ability to anchor against elite pass rushers is exactly what the Packers need, especially with Jordan Love under center. As we all know, protecting the quarterback is paramount, especially in close games where every yard, every second matters. Now, why would the Broncos, a team that's currently 3-3, be willing to part with a player of this caliber? Well, it's a mix of factors. The Broncos, under new management, are actually in something of a rebuilding phase. They've been focusing on acquiring draft capital, hence the trade for Bowles and other picks, and clearing cap space, which is crucial for future moves. They're also dealing with some roster challenges, particularly on the defensive side, where they're prioritizing their edge rushing needs. Denver is averaging 3.1 sacks per game, which is respectable but not elite, and they're eyeing extensions for players like Bo Nix, who's been solid but not a franchise quarterback yet. The trade makes sense for the Broncos in the long run. They're freeing up about $13 million in cap space, which they can reallocate to other areas, such as wide receiver or their pass rush. Plus, with the draft capital they're accumulating, they're setting themselves up for a rebuild that can be more strategic and sustainable. But for the Packers, this is an opportunity to address a glaring weakness: offensive line protection, by adding a proven high-caliber player. Bowles' presence could be transformative for Jordan Love, who's already shown flashes of brilliance but needs that extra protection to really thrive. And the impact of Bowles on the Packers' offense could be substantial. According to projections, his addition could increase the number of clean pockets for Love by as much as 86%. Imagine the benefits of that: more time to throw, fewer hurried decisions, and a more efficient offense overall. Love's QBR, which currently hovers around 89, could see a noticeable boost, translating into more sustained drives and higher scoring potential. And of course, fewer sacks allowed, by about 2.5 per game, would be a huge boost to the team's confidence and stability in critical moments. Let's talk about how Bowles' style of play fits into this. He's known for being a steady, reliable anchor on the left side, what we call the blind side, similar to what we saw with Andrew Whitworth with the Rams after 2021. Bowles' athleticism, combined with his experience, makes him a perfect fit for the Packers' scheme. His ability to handle elite pass rushers and win against double teams makes him a game changer. Plus, he's just 29 years old, so he still has plenty of prime years ahead. His 2025 stats, with an impressive 89. 1 PFF grade and only 12 pressures allowed up to Week 4, show that he's still at the top of his game. Even with some injuries, like that ankle injury that caused him to miss a game, he's demonstrated resilience and consistency. Now, on the other side, we have the Broncos, who are taking a different route. They're prioritizing their defensive edge rushers, where they're averaging 3.1 sacks per game, and trying to extend players like Nix, who's been a bright spot for them. The extension for Knicks, which will hit their cap with a $28 million impact, is part of their strategy to build around their young talent and create a more balanced roster. They're also clearing cap space to bring in fresh talent, including potential upgrades at wide receiver, which could help Knicks and their offense overall. But what does this mean for the NFC North, and especially for the Packers? Well, it's clear that Green Bay is making a statement. They're investing in their offensive line, recognizing that protecting Jordan Love is crucial if they're to make a serious push in the playoffs. The addition of Bowles could be the final piece of the puzzle, especially considering that his presence can elevate the entire offensive line unit, including Rashid Walker, who's also been performing well with an 86. 3 PFF grade. Bowles' impact could extend beyond just pass protection. His run-blocking ability, which is rated at 87. 2 can open up more lanes for the running game. With Josh Jacobs, who's rushing for 4 or 5 yards per carry, the Packers could see a more balanced, effective offense that keeps defenses guessing. And this isn't just about regular season success. It's about positioning themselves for a deep playoff run. The odds have already shifted significantly. Initially at +6, 500 for a Super Bowl appearance, now down to +1, 800, thanks in part to these strategic moves. Bowles is being seen as a real X-factor, someone who can provide the extra protection needed in high-pressure situations, especially in the playoffs, where pocket time can be the difference between a win and a loss. With the Packers facing tough opponents like the Bears and the 49ers in upcoming weeks, having that extra protection will be vital. Looking at the big picture, what we're witnessing is a potential shift in the NFL landscape. The Packers are ascending offensively, and this Bowles move is a clear indication of their intent to contend for championships. Meanwhile, the Broncos, with their focus on rebuilding and accumulating draft picks, might be heading toward irrelevance this season, especially if their offensive line struggles to stay intact and Knicks' development stalls. This trade then becomes a symbol of contrasting paths, one team aiming for immediate impact, the other building for the future. So fans, what do you think? Are the Packers making the right move by going all in on Bowles? Do you believe he can be the piece that elevates them to a Super Bowl level? And what about the Broncos? Are they making the right call by trading away such a talented player for future assets? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, insights, and breaking news from the NFL and, of course, our beloved Packers. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, go Pack Go.